All right. What's going on, party people? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Woo-wee. All right, what time is it? 7:58 in the morning. Headed home. Just finished dropping my son off to work and getting some gas in the car. Oh boy, yeah. Yesterday, man. Like I said, you just got to be ready. You got to be ready. So everything worked out fine with the closing. Um, she was signing power of attorney for her husband. So it took a little bit of time because, he had a long name. She had a long name. But we got through it. It was almost probably close to 200 pages. VA loan purchase. So VA loan purchases are up there. The fee was decent in my opinion. It was $125. Didn't ask for any extra, nothing like that. There was no need to. And I've done stuff for this particular signing company before, so they familiar with me. And the whole key to me, making sure that I did this order was one, bro man need the money in his account. Okay, that's first thing. And two, it was a good chance for me to really keep myself solidified with that company so that they can look and say, okay, well, we know we got a good notary in Griff. Last minute change, Griff didn't bail on us. Because a lot of notaries would have bailed. A lot of notaries would have been like, I'm out. No, I ain't doing it. I've been out all day, want to go home, eat something, and now I got to go back out at 9 o'clock, and I still got to do scans and print and this, and it's darn near 200-page purchase. And I don't think most notaries would have been patient, because English isn't her first language. So we really had to take our time for her to make sure she understood what she needed to do. And she just sat there, and she only made a mistake twice. I'm serious. And she did excellent, So here you are talking about 9 o'clock at night. I get there on time. I didn't leave there till about 10:15. So we spent the whole time just signing. There was a few times where she just needed to stop, rest her hand, and all of that, and just talk. She had two wonderful dogs. I was playing with them and all of that. So, it was crazy because her husband was calling her like, okay, you done? And she took a picture of her signature that she had to do for him, the power of attorney, his name by her name, attorney in fact. And he sort of chilled after that once he realized, oh, okay. And stuff. So, but yeah, doing last minute signings, is not a hard thing for me. To be honest, that's really how I started off in the business. My very first signing, I had 24 hours notice. Most people say that's a lot of time, but when you're brand new, you have no idea really what you're going to be doing. And you get a call at 7:30 at night to meet with somebody at 7:30 tomorrow night. You're like, all right, I got to be ready, and that was the first thing I learned. You just got to learn how to be ready. And from there, I realized, okay, let me make sure I always have my supplies, my this, my that, like yesterday I had went out and bought some paper, keeping tabs on my toner, backup printers, make sure I got plenty of pens, refill for the pens, everything. It's like, don't take it for granted that at any point in time you can get a phone call, you can, a text, email, whatever, that, hey, can you knock out this here? You know what I'm saying? It can just happen. So it's really more so being mentally prepared and not being afraid of the moment. Don't be afraid of the moment to shine. And if you can figure out how not to be afraid, how not to get overwhelmed, you will be very, very successful in this business. I got a closing coming up, I think on Wednesday. They're shipping the documents to me, which means, I think it's to me. Well, whether they're coming to me or going to them, I'm not going to see the documents until they get shipped. This is a split signing. So I have no idea what the documents going to look like, how many pages, any of that. I know some notaries will be like, well, I'm going to call them and find out. When you do that, they start thinking that, what, you can't handle it? It don't matter how many pages it is. I've done split signings where it's been 100 pages, under 100, 200 pages. It is what it is. The only concern I have about split signings is when these notaries do all this weird stuff of printing out extra, signature pages that they don't need to and stuff, and all of that. And I've done videos about that, and I hope that's not the case this time. If it is, I will do another video, because I got to keep those videos out there so people will know that is not the thing to do. You don't do that. You don't print extra signature pages for the next notary and stuff, because if it's a 2-page document and then you printing two of 2 pages, that don't work. But you can't be afraid of the moment, and it's all about your attitude and mentality, your willingness to be the best at what you do. If you call yourself a professional, then you can handle a last minute signing. You can handle that. It's like, okay, because you know what to do. The reason why you can't handle a last minute signing is simply this. You can't handle a last minute signing because you are trying to be the document explainer, articulator concerning the document, rather than, let me just make sure they sign, date, initial, and I do the notarization. That young lady at 9 o'clock at night had no desire to be told what each document was. She didn't ask. She didn't care. I think she had already been shown the documents. She knew what she was signing. She knew why she was signing, and she was willing to sign. So now it's a matter of a human being in the role of a notary sitting down with the human being who is in the role of the signer, and we have the paperwork in front of us, and we get the paper signed. That's it. That's what the role is. That's what the job is. And trying to do all this other stuff is a waste of time. When you got 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, the person's tired, you barely ate all day, just get the thing done. How hard is it? It ain't like the signing company. I'm just being real with you. It ain't like the signing company, the title company going to sit there and call you on the phone like, all right, so let's make sure. Now, I need you to read over every document for her. We took an hour and a half just for her to sign with me not saying a word. That person keeps speeding through this neighborhood. Almost hit me a couple of days ago. I'm talking about almost hit me head on, speeding through here. So she didn't have nothing. It wasn't anything about the documents, none of that. It was, I just need to get these things signed. I'm tired. I want to go to bed, this, that, and the other. And that's what I did. So if you're going to be successful as a notary, you can't be afraid of the moment. There's a chance for you, opportunity for you to shine, for you to show them what you're made of, for you to show yourself what you're made of. No doc prep, any of that. Just get in there and get it done. That's what I did. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. And I know people say, well, Griff, you've been doing this. Well, I started somewhere. 2018, I hadn't always been doing it, hadn't had a lot of experience. I just went out here and did it. And I believe many of you are like me. You got your right mind, you're intelligent, you're smart, you're competent. So why you can't figure it out? And the only time people have a problem figuring out stuff is when they operate out of fear. When they allow fear to come in, then the ability to learn dissipates. If you just allow fear to come in all the time, overwhelm you, you're anxious, you got self-esteem concerns, all of those things, worrying about what if I mess up? What if I don't do it right? Then figure out how not to mess up and do it wrong. Figure out how not to do it wrong. Well, I never did a last minute signing. Okay, so at some point in time, you got to do one. And I ain't going to do one. Okay, then don't do one. And just keep missing out on money. Just keep missing out on opportunities to show that you're the better notary than those other notaries. This is how you get people to rely on you and to believe in you. But fear will keep you from the moment. Stop operating in fear. All right, y'all have a good one today. Talk to y'all later. Peace.